I'm Mark Bridge, and you're watching Pop Culture Galaxy TV. I don't know what's going on with Disney and Marvel and James Gunn. It's all weird. So some new reports are coming out from the Hollywood Reporter that are conflicting. Like, I think first they said, either they said it or some other people said it, like Disney has no intention of rehiring James Gunn. Okay, that's one thing. Then the other hand, they said, he's being sought after by other studios, namely Warner Brothers, to direct one of their pictures. And then they said, Marvel and Disney, one, they want to use his script still for Guardians 3, and they want him to direct a Marvel movie, just not Guardians 3. That third one makes no sense. No sense. But this is coming from the Hollywood Reporter. And these aren't like some backyard tabloid. You know, they're reputable. So I don't know if this is some sort of tactic that like they're using the press to sort of like get either Warner Brothers or any other studios interested in scooping up James Gunn, or is insiders in Disney sort of doing that to get Alan to like, fuck, I gotta wake up and rehire this guy. What was I thinking? Who knows? Who knows what's going on? Who knows what's going on? So one of the things that they're saying is happening is that James Gunn, they're working out a sort of exit package for him. Like, they could pay him between $7 to $10 million because of them letting him go, that he could get a huge payday, which is crazy, like, to get that much for not directing a movie. So that's one thing they reported. Another is, again, that they want him to direct another Marvel movie, and they want him to use his script for Guardians 3. I'm trying to analyze this, and here's the thing: I didn't really want to go into another James Gunn thing until like something concrete comes up. But it's like, it's still going on. It's still going on. What I'm wondering if Kevin Feige is pissed off, right? This is how I see it. This is how I see it, right? Now, this is not facts. I'm not reporting facts here. But here's what I think is happening over at Disney/Marvel right now. Here's what I think is happening. Let's rewind back to when James Gunn was fired. Let's rewind to that. The new, Mike Cernovich dropped the whole, this is the tweets. Look at these tweets that James Gunn did. Then Alan Horn over here, and a couple of hours later, said, we gotta let him go. We gotta let him go. So they let him go. Not knowing that letting him go would be the opposite effect of keeping him. No one, I think a lot of the higher-ups, maybe only Bob Iger, I don't think Alan Horn could fire him without Bob Iger's approval. So maybe only the two of them were privy to this information. Is that, we have the Fox deal coming up. We already have the John Lasseter situation. We have so much shit going on. We gotta let him go. We can't take the hit right now. Just let him go. So they let him go. Kevin Feige wasn't informed. None of the execs over at Marvel were informed. Big, huge plans were being formulated with Gunn involved for Phase 4. So a lot of moving pieces involved this guy. So here's what I think happened. So when he got fired, not only were the actors pissed, and the actors let it know, especially Dave Bautista, even coming out threatening, say, listen, you don't use Gunn's script. Not even he's pissed off that he got fired in the first place, but he's willing to go back as long as they use his script. If they don't use his script, he says he's out. He's gonna ask Marvel to let him out of his contract. So Dave is pissed. The whole entire cast, may be pissed. They do support him. He's getting support from other filmmakers and actors who have nothing to do with Marvel. He's getting support all over the world, from fans and non-fans alike. I mean, you have your detractors over here, but whatever. You know, you can't please them all. Kevin Feige, I think, because everybody's asking, what is Kevin Feige thinking? What's going on? He's very silent. I mean, the truth is he can't really say anything. What can he say? You know what I mean? But as far as not saying anything in public, doesn't mean he's not saying anything internally, right? Like, this is a guy who's been with Marvel before the Disney acquisition. So he already had his position with Marvel. Then Disney came along, acquired Marvel, and he rose in position. Now he went on the same level as Ike Perlmutter, right? Ike is the CEO of Marvel Entertainment, and Ike was basically his boss until he said screw it, and he talked to Alan, he talked to Bob, and said, listen, man, I can't work with this guy. I need to work with you guys directly. And they promoted him. He was, whew, you know what I'm saying? So he's a big wig too. So he is pissed. This is what I think. I think Kevin Feige is pissed. Because you're telling me Kevin Feige didn't know about all them tweets before? Of course he did. And he hired him. And he got approval from Disney to get him hired. So he made all these plans for Gunn to take over the cosmic side of the MCU. He's gonna direct Guardians 3 and sort of put his stamp on that trilogy. He had all these plans, and then Alan fucked him. That's what happens. That is what happens. That is exactly what happened. Alan Horn fucked Kevin, and Kevin said, "Yo, what are you doing? What are you doing?" So I think he's over there like kicking up a shitstorm right now. And you might say, well, how is Kevin talking to them like that? They could fire Kevin too. Fire what? This is the man that shepherded the MCU into such a state. It made like, what, how many billions of dollars for them? You think they're just gonna fire him like that? And hire who else? Who's gonna take over the freaking Marvel MCU? Who's gonna take it over? Kathleen Kennedy? Look, I have no problem with Kathleen Kennedy, but obviously there's a lot of people who are like shitting on her right now for how she's handling the Star Wars properties. So for them to say, oh, we're gonna get Kathleen to come over to MCU and we'll fire Kevin, yo, seriously, stock prices of the Disney will drop harder than a goddamn dubstep bass. So Kevin is pissed. So Kevin is probably over there talking to Alan, talking to Bob, and say, listen, we gotta work some shit out. We gotta work some shit out right now. Seriously. You either gotta rehire him or use a script or give this man some money or put him on a consulting basis, because that can't fly. Like, we had plans. The MCU was flying. Like, the MCU went through a little growing pains, you know what I'm saying, with the Terrence Howard situation. You know, they replaced him with Don Cheadle. The Edward Norton situation, they replaced him with Mark Ruffalo. The Edgar Wright situation, they replaced him with Peyton Reed. Even Patty Jenkins. But some of the stuff, you know, not a lot of people knew about. It wasn't a big deal, like the Patty Jenkins situation, and how they had her on as director of Thor, and then they replaced her with Alan Taylor, and Natalie Portman supposedly got pissed. That's why she's not back. So you have some, you know, minor dings, but minor to the point where it doesn't even freaking matter right now. The good outweighs the bad tremendously, right? So right now, Kevin is pissed. Kevin is pissed right now because like everything was going smooth. Avengers: Infinity War and Black Panther delivered the 1-2 punch for the year. One over $1 billion, one over $2 billion. That's over $3 billion alone that Marvel made this year. That Marvel made for Disney this year. Over $3 million. Not even including what Ant-Man and the Wasp made. You telling me that Kevin, who definitely had to have known about those tweets, who hired him in the first place, who had all these plans for the MCU, you're gonna tell me that Kevin is not pissed off with Alan Horn and Bob Iger right now and is probably kicking up a storm right now? Look, everybody's replaceable, right? Everybody's replaceable. But some people are harder to replace than others. And Kevin Feige is one of those hard replacements. Because you see how Gunn right now, he's being sought after by other studios because of Marvel letting him go? What do you think is going to happen if Kevin either A, leaves on his own accord, or B, gets fired? What do you and not fired over some dumb some like touching up on women thing or any scandalous thing, but they get fired because he's defending James Gunn. Some dumb shit like that. What do you think is gonna happen? You think Kevin is gonna be out of a job for more than 2 seconds? As soon as that press release drops, we had to let go of Kevin Feige. Bidding war over Kevin Feige. So I think right now he's pissed and he's fighting for James Gunn because everybody else is fighting for James Gunn. Other studios are fighting for James Gunn. The actors themselves from Guardians are fighting for James Gunn. People who are not even involved in the MCU are fighting for James Gunn. So what do you think Kevin is doing? Kevin is fighting and he has a bigger voice than everybody else because he's the goddamn director of the MCU on a whole. And he's pissed off. I think he's pissed off. I don't know that for sure, but I think he's pissed off. Like, if I have to bet money on it, I'll bet he's super pissed, and right now he's fighting for James Gunn. So I think that's what's happening. I think that's why all these conflicting reports are coming out, and everybody's saying, this studio wants him, or maybe Disney wants to use his script, or maybe they want to direct another movie. All of that is happening because I think he's super pissed, and he's fighting for it. And I think in the next couple of weeks or so, you're going to hear them say, my bad, we're taking Gunn back. Not only is we're using his script, but he's going to come back as director. We've spoken to him, we've analyzed the situation, we looked at the situation and realized that not that they'll try to form it in a way that they don't look like they made an error. They'll come up with some language that is fitting of them sort of coming to an amicable agreement and decided to resume their working relationship. So I think that's what's happening. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Do you think it's stupid that they want to use the script and all these conflicting reports? They want to use the script, or they want to get him but not to direct Guardians, to direct another movie. Other studios want him. Like, who do we believe? What to believe? Let me know what you guys think. So drop a comment down below. Hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you can know when new videos are dropped. And of course, have a great day. So until next time, folks, peace.